Well, let's speak to James Petras now. He's a Middle East expert joining us via Skype from New York. Many thanks for joining us here on Press TV. Well, many say that Lavrov hit it right when he said that if the West was really concerned about peace, it would be concentrating more on getting Syria's chemical weapons under international control as opposed to beating the drums of war. Wouldn't you agree?
That's the case, and it's not surprising that Secretary of State Kerry has reneged on his commitment. Basically, what he did was essentially sign off on agreement to undermine the opposition in the United States. Public opinion was running very strongly against the U.S. bombing of Syria. The U.S. Congress was prepared to vote against it. Kerry did a detour. He agreed to the proposal by President Putin to dismantle Syria's chemical weaponry. And once the pressure was off, he wanted to insert this clause which provides the basis for the U.S. to renew its initiative to bomb Syria. Now, the same thing happened in Libya. Washington was able to secure Russian approval for a air supervision of Libya's airspace, and then turned around and used that UN proposal to bomb Libya into defeat. And I think what is in store for Syria is something very similar. Under no conditions can the Russians accept this resolution because it's an open ticket to the U.S. bombing Syria, even as it identifies and prepares to dismantle its chemical weapons.
Well, speaking of which, do you think that Moscow will buckle to the pressure, considering it is saying that the U.S. is literally blackmailing Moscow?
That's the case. I don't think Russia will submit to this blackmail. I don't think Washington has a stand to carry out its policies. I think if Obama does go ahead with this bombing mission, he will face great opposition in the United States. There's no question that Obama faces enormous internal difficulties, and his attempt to distract attention by launching a war against Syria is a way of deflecting a forthcoming economic crisis because of internal difficulties. One, the federal budget has not been approved. It has less than a week to go. The federal government must raise the debt ceiling, and it is very far from any agreement with Congress. So
okay, I'm going to have to stop you there, Mr. Petras. We've run out of time. That was James Petras, Middle East expert there, joining us from New York via Skype. We appreciate your comments here on Press TV, sir.